having a great day. Today is August 11th, one of the best days of the year. And today I will be going over to Alhambra to go to Nucleus, a art exhibit that is doing a little special for Omori. So, you ready to get started and come with me? Let's go, let's get in the car, let's pop over there. So here we are at Nucleus. It's really conveniently located on the main street area of Alhambra. Free parking too. You gotta love free parking. And yeah, it's just kind of like an indie sort of art exhibit area. This is the gift shop. And then there's like a pretty large space for exhibition and then like a small room upstairs, which we will get to. So the art on display is done by Omocat, Minced Mint, and Ems, aka Star Sewing. A good chunk of this exhibit is comprised of pencil drawings, as you can see. When I was there, I heard someone in the background say like, oh my god, I wonder how many pencils the team went through, and I bet it was a lot. According to the brochure, which we will get to, they used over 1,000 sheets of paper for the project, and the reason they did this is they would print the digital art out and then trace over them 3 times in order to get the little squiggly, so you know, the squiggly effect that's very classic to the game. That's why in some of them you can see the 3 on one piece of paper. Obviously that's a lot of work, but I really think it paid off because it gave the game such a distinct style. It felt like such a homemade, like lovingly crafted by hand, artisan kind of experience that I'd never seen before. I think it's good. It's good, even though it's a lot of work. They also had the Polaroids that you can see here. They look so freaking real. It really looks like it just popped out of one of those cameras. I don't know how they did that. When I saw them from a distance, I thought that they were the same ones that they had sold at a previous event. And just for reference, they look like this. This is welcome to my Omori wall and etc. But yeah, they're really nicely printed, but they're not shiny. So I was surprised to see how glossy they got these. It was cool. This is really random, but I also liked how Basil's notes in the photo album, they look so real. Like it looks like real writing, but you can get real up close in that and I can't read anything it says. That has to be like a special skill, you know what I'm saying? They also had a ton of good photo ops around this exhibit, some of them being the cardboard cutouts. We love to see it. There's the Headspace babies, as well as the in real life older babies, which I really like these. I'm a sucker for cardboard cutouts. It's nice to see like your scale compared to the height of the characters. That's very important to me. And you know, if there's a Basil one, gotta take a picture with my precious son, my precious baby boy. They also had like a real mirror as the mirror. You could see your little face in there if you wanted to. I really liked that. It was really cool. And in the middle of the room, there was this like double-decker table display thingy of all the concept art, notes, world building stuff. I freaking love stuff like this. It's so exciting to see how things grew and transformed from like original concept to the game that we have today. Yeah, I spent like way too much time here just looking at everything, taking it all in. And in one of the corners, there was this simulated like workspace area that was just like overflowing with concept art. It was very cool. I really liked that they had this whiteboard. I'm assuming they use that to map out scenes, make sure everything's flowing, making sense. And I also like this like custom Omori chair, remix chair kind of thing. It's very cool, very cool. And then next to that, they had like the gift corner. These were custom shoes that were given to Omocat by Kim Vance. They're very cool. As well as a Omori plush that was gifted by a fan. Look, he's spinning. He's so cute. A highlight for me of this exhibit was this art piece by Omocat. There's just so much to look at. It's so interesting. I really liked this paper mache kind of style because most of this exhibit was paper, so it just felt like a really good thesis work to describe the whole art exhibit in general. It was lovely. You see that broken violin on the floor right there in black? Yeah, I didn't catch that immediately. So upstairs is where all the spoilers live. It was very ominous climbing those stairs, let me tell you. They had the family photo above the stairs there. I also like the detail in the shadow not matching the print on the wall. There are also Polaroids in here too, but they are of the very sad variety, This upstairs freaking room held so much power. It was unreal being in that space. Something I really love about Omori, just the game in general, is that it doesn't pull its punches with any emotions, but especially uncomfortable and difficult ones. I think its rawness and not attempting to sterilize trauma is what really resonates with people. I think that suffering is just part of being alive, and being able to see something like that match in art makes people feel less alone. And I think especially in regards to the good ending,
creating something like that can give people like their own sense of a catharsis in a way. I can't emphasize enough how important that is. And I don't know, this game is just so remarkable, but the ending is something that I don't think you can ever forget. And this music that I'm playing in the background was playing in the gallery in the second floor because they were playing the good ending on loop. So if that wasn't hard enough not to cry, look at this. I didn't notice it right away, but the visceral feeling I got in my body by stumbling upon this and realizing, oh, what's up here, was the crown jewel of this exhibit, and honestly one of the most emotionally impactful displays I think I've ever experienced in an art museum, period. And if you don't know me, I go to a ton of freaking art museums. I love art museums. This was just a masterful use of the space. So whoever decided, looked at that and went, yeah, we're gonna put this here, like, congratulations, you've won. You've won life, you've won art, you've won all of the things. It's just fantastic. Not me getting emotional just trying to do my voiceover for this freaking vlog. Okay, switching gears now. So they also had like physical pieces in little containers up on this floor as well. Like Basil's camera reference. Something I really like, this is really minor, is that the tag on there, I don't know if you guys can see, it says that it looks really dusty, and I delighted in the fact that yes, indeed, we can see dust on the top of it. Like, you gotta love that. They also had these clay, I think, pieces here that I thought were really cool. It's just nice to see so much like mixed media that went into this game. I think that's awesome. And then one of the walls that was on the second floor, I kind of looked out to the exhibit on the first floor, which kind of was cool to see. And then under that big window, they had another one of those double-decker display tables with all of the black space concept art, which I freaking loved. Listen, okay, black space genuinely upset me. The Mimo thing, super traumatizing. However, I really, really like this kind of, I don't know, art style is the right word, but just looking at these kind of sketches, it just like, it gets your creative juices flowing. It's exciting to look at. It just feels so like creative, and everything has such a strong feeling, at least to me it does. I also really like these black ink abstract kind of pieces. I want to like frame them, put them in my house or something. I don't know, they're so like elegant and cool. I like it very much. And last but not least, we have the first anniversary Omori print. I freaking love this. You know me and plants, girl. I really like the way this looks. And then in the bathroom, look, an unexpected photo spot. You gotta love that. So yeah, that was my little tour of the exhibit. I also, on the way out near the cash register, I found this brochure, which I will take a screen cap so you can pause now to take a look at it and read it for yourself if you'd like. I wanted to highlight some things from here because this was like a treasure trove of information that I liked. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Something that's kind of throughout this that explains the process and everything and just feelings. It's really, really obvious how much love Omocat has for Omori and the project itself. I think it's really important. I think it's really important. And I know I'm a biased source because I know that this game took a long time, and I knew it took a long time before I even played it to make it, and the production just took a while. But I feel like it's like eating marinated food. Like, oh, it's been marinated for like 2 days or something like that. It has the flavor is so strong, and I think that's because of the care and love that went into making this. I feel like I have more of an appreciation of just how hard it was based on reading a lot of these things. Something else that I thought was interesting was the brochure mentions that a lot of the stuff that was cut from the exhibit were Omocat's like written notes. That was the majority of things that they cut. I understand. I totally understand why. Because I think, you know, it's more strikingly visual to have like sketches and things like that. But for me as a person, I think I'm a creative process fangirl. Like, I don't care if you're like sculpting something from freaking marble, and I will never do that. I'm not a sculptor, but I want to know your process. Especially if it's something I really like something like Omori, which I'm obviously a big fan of. I cannot get enough of that. I feel like if there was an exhibit that was just a giant library and it was just all of Omocat's notes, it doesn't even have to be in order. It doesn't even have to be in order. Just sprawled out. And it's like you could pay to go in and take a look at that. I would do that. I would do that. I would sit on the floor and read them. I just think it's so interesting, even if it's not the medium that I work in, I don't know, it's inspiring to see somebody who created something, especially something you think is so good,
how they were able to do that. It's like magic. I like to know. I like to see behind the curtain. How did you pull off the magic trick? It's interesting. Another quote that kind of made me realize something was that she said we really grew up a lot in regards to like the pressure of making Omori, because it started production in 2014. That actually is a long time ago. I don't know if I knew it started in 2014. I knew it started a while ago. And games take, I think, a lot longer than a lot of people kind of give credit for, especially when you're a small team. If it's like Nintendo that has a giant amount of people that work on projects, I'm not saying it's easy, because everyone has to work hard, but it's so much harder when you have a small team. I think Omocat said that the Omocat team is like around 12 people. That's not many people, so things are going to take a while. But I guess I didn't really think about how much expectation other people were going to have for this project. And the longer it takes in some way, the more people are like, and then it's like, well, it better be good because people have been waiting for so long. That kind of expectation on the first game you've ever made, that's hard. That's hard, and that's something that I hadn't really thought about when I played Omori. I just played it, because I'm not part of the team. But I don't know, I feel kind of like, oh, these people must have been really strong to not crack under the pressure, I think. Because I think that could be easier to do, I feel like they were able to take that pressure and make like a diamond out of it or something. That also, I think, is an inspirational angle. And then one final quote for the road, because, I liked this thing. My experience creating this game changed my worldview and consequently the narrative of the game itself. It sounds cheesy, but when I felt stuck in a hopeless situation, Omori became a story about hope. That freaking moved me very much. And I feel like I can really relate to this. I think that when you have a project, especially a project that you've been working on for a long time, it becomes this like a way that you're able to see the world differently, or this kind of like stable rock in your life that gives you hope when there is no hope. You want your story to be witnessed by other people and hopefully have it make a difference. And I think that Omori was very successful in doing that, considering how it was Thursday during a working business hour. There were a ton of people there. Every event I've ever been with Omori stuff is packed to the gills, like so many people. And I think that's not a coincidence. It's because this moved people so much. If it was just kind of like, yeah, the game was okay, it was kind of cute, whatever, I don't think it would have that kind of intense fan base. And that's a testament to the skill and thought that was put into this game. But this idea of like your project kind of being a beacon of hope, not just for other people, but for you, and I don't know. I think that that's a major reason why people create art in general. I think some people, to be heard or to be seen, to have their message kind of go out to people. But for me, the hope thing is the most important thing. And for me, just reading this quote, right? My feeling is like, that's why I would want to create anything. That's why I want to be a creator of like, not videos, but like my own stuff. That this feeling of like, as long as I'm able to create, you kind of are continuously resupplying your hope levels in your body or something like that. Like, you're always able to evolve and grow due to the creative process of working on a project, whatever that project is, whether that's sculpting or art or writing or making a game. I don't know. I think that's very inspirational. And I think it helps me feel more like fired up about my own stuff. And just overall, this exhibit, but I guess Omori as a game in general, has been very inspiring to see this progression. And I don't know, when I first got in there and I was looking at everything, and it has those little like tags like in a museum where it says like the date, and it just was like, oh my god, like look at you, person I've never met and I don't know at all. I get it's a little bit parasocial, I keep it in check, but it's like, going from like a small creator at Artist Alley when I was baby, going to Anime Expo for like the first time or whatever, seeing this person go from that to like having an own exhibit, having this amazing game that like is doing well, it makes you really, I don't know, I feel like I love seeing things like that. I love seeing people succeed and grow in creative ways. I think it's really lovely. This exhibit was free, by the way, and it was just so well done. The way that they use the space, we already talked a little bit about this, but it was just, I don't know, it was really, really good. It was good, and I'm really grateful that I was able to go, yes, because it was something that I won't forget. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little vlog. If you are interested in seeing my blind playthrough of Omori, it was a little chaotic. It was a little chaotic. There's a lot of feelings. You can go check out my gaming channel, which I'll link in the end card or momentarily. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And until I see you, whatever I see you next, remember to be kind to others, especially yourself. Take care and I'll see you later. Okay, bye bye.